Hey y'all, this is Anthony from Rock Prince. Thanks for watching this video. In this tutorial, we're going to take two major brands logos and we're going to mesh them together. We're going to go ahead and put them on a non-structured hat and we're going to embroider it and see how this comes out. So this is for my kid. He wanted these two main logos on a hat. He said that Illinois, it's going around, everybody's taking different logos and they're putting them together and wearing them around, and that's the kind of like the latest thing out here for right now. So we are going to take a McDonald's arch and we're going to take Balenciaga, I think that's how you pronounce it if I didn't butcher the name, and then we're going to put them together. We're going to, like I said, we're going to put it on a non-structured hat and we're going to see how this turns out. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and go into our file here. We're going to click this auto digitizing and we are going to select artwork. We're going to hit browse and we're going to find our artwork, and then after that we're going to hit next. Okay, so now that it's found it, we're just going to leave the width and the height alone. We can go ahead and make the adjustments as we go. And there it found the colors and we're just going to hit go ahead. And now that I have the PNG file into my software, what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply right click on it. I'm going to convert this into a complex fill. Okay, and then on the right hand side you're going to see it says tatami. And then we're going to go ahead and leave the density at 50, the stitch length at 400 at 4.0. We're going to leave the stitch length at 4.0, and we are ready, and that looks nice. Okay, so now that we got that just easy, we'll go ahead and bring that in some, and then next what we're going to do is we are going to take the words of that Balenciaga, and I don't even know who that is. I'm sorry if I don't, you all might know who it is. I don't. I'm sorry, but I'm learning as I go. So I'm going to take that. Actually, I don't even need that. What I'm going to do is I'm opening it up on my other monitor here. And what we'll do is we'll just click on the text font here and we'll just create our own font. Okay, so looks like it's just some simple wording. So let's do, I'm trying to find where the A kind of looks like just a standard A. Looks something more towards this. So we're going to type in here B, all caps, ALENCIAGA, and we're going to hit apply. And we're going to have that set up for us. I have no idea what happened here. Alright, there we go. So I had to click on my text in here. So that's kind of the way it looks. It's a little bit thicker from the actual design, but this will do. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down. I'm going to make this arch bigger. And we are going to try to center this together here. Alright, now he doesn't want this like merging into it. He just wants it on top. So what I want to do is I want to just take this and I want to center it. Oh, that actually looks cool. That looks nice. But he doesn't want it like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to center it. So we're going to do top align, bottom align, vertical, center. There we go. All right, and then this one, we're just going to bring that down. Right there. Okay. All right. So now that I got that, we're just going to go ahead and take these two. We're going to lock them in place. We're going to group them together. All right. And then from here, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to leave it as a standard stitch. The density millimeters, we're going to keep it at 50. And this is going to be the total height. We're going to make the adjustment for the height. So right now it's at 29 and the height is at 14, which is way too big. So we're going to bring this down, and what we'll do is blow this up so you can see it. Now, all right, so the width is really what we got to watch out for. So right now I have it at 3, which is a good width. If you could see the hats, we want to make this from this end to this end. Okay, so I want to say probably right there. That's exactly how far we want to do it. Let's see. We're going to take the hat from that base structure to this base structure. It's about 6.5 inches. So we want to go in between that. So that's about 5. So we want to do about 5 inches. Okay, that's our max. All right. So we're gonna say we can go 5. So we'll just take this little corner, bring it out. It's 430, 474, 5. Let's bring that in. And I know there's a simpler way to do this, but for the video's sake, it's 492, 498, 501. All right, 501 will do. Okay. So now we're looking at 5. Oh, I got it right on top. Okay, so the width, I got it at 5, and the height, I got it at 243. So that looks good. All right. See how that looks. All right, so you see the words, you see how they're all separated like that. I'm gonna have to change that, okay? So let's go ahead and ungroup them real quick. And let's go ahead and add some more density to this. So let's go ahead and decrease the density. We're gonna go to 40, we're gonna hit apply. Let's try doing 30. Alright, 30 looks a lot better. Okay. Alright, we're going to keep it at 30. That looks a lot tighter. The McDonald's arch looks great. I'm just going to leave it like that. And we are ready, guys. Let's go ahead and send this to the embroidery machine. But I'm going to make, I'm not going to leave the Balenciaga. I'm not going to leave that blue. I'm actually going to make it white. But now that we got our our width is 5.0 and our height is 2.43. We're looking at a stitch count of 4,772 with two colors. It's going to be white and yellow. So just to make my run sheet, we want to see what's going to stitch first. So it looks like it's going to do the arch first. So my color number 1 is going to be yellow, and then color number 2 is going to be white. Okay, so now that we got this set up, let's go ahead and take this to the embroidery machine. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do this the old-fashioned way, because I had a power outage in my house, and I had this set up from my computer to my machine. But I don't have that recently reset up, so I'm going to have to go back to old school way. So there's a USB port on the side of here, which allows you to go ahead and transfer your file from your computer to the actual device here. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of this file here, and we are going to look for USB. And there it is right there. We're going to go ahead and select it. All right, now we're going to go back to machine. We're going to look for that, and we are going to hit OK. All right, so now that we have that in there, we're going to go ahead and set up our device. Now, here's what I told you in my last video, is in the Ricoma machine, for the hats, you can only use this one, and it only allows you to go a certain box. So what I mean by that is when you click select, you see how this border is. I can't zoom in, but if you see how the border is right there, let's see. So my arch is standing out in between, out of the border, so you can't make bigger designs using that feature. So what I've learned, all right, and if you select the G hoop and you hit OK. Now watch this. Now your box is way bigger. So now you have the availability to go ahead and manipulate your hat with a bigger logo or image, with a bigger design onto the hat, okay, which is cool. So this is what I use now when I want to make bigger designs on a hat. I mean, if you're going to use words, font, you go back to the other one. It's easier. You don't have to worry about it. But in this particular case, the arch was blocking the border. Now you see the border is all green. We are good to go. So now all I need to do is just set up the hat, and let's go ahead and start stitching. Okay, so I have my non-structured hat right here, and we're going to go ahead and use that, and we are going to use a black backing for the hat, and we're going to go ahead and set this up in my hat hoop. Okay, we need a hat ring. We're going to go ahead and put that in here. Let's go and snap that in, and then we're going to go ahead and put this in here. We're going to take our non-structured hat. We're just going to flip the sweatband up, then we're going to apply it to the base. Bring this sweatband underneath right there. Make sure that's all done. These are over those little rings. Take that. This is really, really simple. At first, when you first do this, it's kind of complicated, but once you get the hang of it, you want to make sure that your line is straight, as straight as possible with that line. And here looks like I got it good. That's a little bit crooked, right? Let's try that. right there. Okay. All right, let's take this back to the embroidery machine. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna bring this in. And before I do this, on the G hoop, you gotta make sure that you bring this all the way in. Okay, up, you wanna bring it closer this way for yourself. I have a marking here to let me know where I need to put it. So it's kind of somewhere right there. Let me know that that's where the hat goes. And when you're on the G hoop, it's not straight. You see, this normally is when you're on the hat hoop. This little piece right here is always centered. So you're gonna have to do that too. So we're gonna go ahead and bring that towards the center. All right, and then we can go ahead and snap this bad boy in. Oops. All right, okay, so now all we gotta do is just add our clips to the back of the hat to make sure it's tight as possible. Everywhere we wanna make sure that nothing's loose during this whole process. Okay, so we got it kind of centered. Let's bring that down, make sure the needle is centered in the middle. It's a little off. All right, so let's just bring that right there. Let's see, let's get it a little bit closer. You can see that right there. Okay, cool. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a trace. And where hopefully we got it as close as possible, but it doesn't look like, I want to bring it a little bit up some, and then we'll go ahead and trace it right there. And kind of got a little bit crooked right there. All right, okay, so let's bring this out a little bit right there. Let's do that again. Okay, that kind of looks good. We're gonna go ahead and do the trace design outline. Hopefully this doesn't touch, it's touching the metal piece right there, which is not good. Kind of, I just need to bring it out just a little bit. I need to bring it this way a little bit more, because that arch is so big. Maybe I should have made the arch a little bit smaller, but I think for this sake, we're just gonna bring it out some right there. All right, let's do that again. Okay, and let's do the trace outline. And it's not hitting the looks good, guys. It looks good. All right, I think we're ready. Okay. Okay, let's hit okay. All right, so now all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna select the colors on here. And you remember the first color was gonna be yellow. So on my yellow, it is 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we're gonna do 14 because we're gonna go with that bright yellow. And then we're just gonna do white. So that's gonna be 4, 5. And we're gonna hit okay. And I'm ready, guys. All right, I'm looking forward to this one. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully we did good. what's going on here. All right, let's check this out. We're just gonna fix it up. All right. Okay, so I'm just gonna release the clips in the back. Okay, take the band off. And then inside here is, we have this as a tearaway. Okay. And I'm just going to cut here some of these. Usually I'll take a lighter and burn these. I could do that later. But just for this video, I'm just going to love these little scissors. Okay, now what I'll do is, just so I can structure it so you guys can see it, I'm just going to add the backing in here. And I think my kid's going to be happy that I have this here for him. There we go, guys. What do y'all think? I think that looks awesome. Thanks again. I hope y'all liked this video. And if you did, please remember to stay tuned for my next video next week. Y'all have a blessed week, and we'll see you guys back. Peace.